tomorrow night at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Today on X-Play, it doesn't get weirder than this. We review Banjo Pilot. And what the hell is Mr. Driller Drill Spirits? By these standards, Battle Assault 3 featuring Gundam Seed looks normal. Oh my, it's weird time. Please welcome two people who will work for food, Adam Sessler and Morgan VonWebb.
I just want a little nibble.
Hello and welcome to a weird new episode of X-Play.
On today's show, strange handheld madness when we review Banjo Pilot on the Game Boy Advance.
And Mr. Driller Drill Spirits for the Nintendo DS.
Yes, it's called Mr. Driller Drill Spirits. Aren't the Japanese whimsical, or are they not very good at translating things?
Plus battling bots in the game with the worst subtitles. This month, Battle Assault 3 featuring Gundam Seed.
Nothing should feature Gundam Seed.
And we also have Vendetta Online, the game that lets you engage in real-time space combat.
Plus, last but not least, what happens when your obsession with RPG seeps into the real world?
We'll show you. But we start things off with a racing game set in the Banjo-Kazooie universe. Here's our review of Banjo Pilot.
It's time to finally acknowledge the power of the bear.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
A game has finally come along to combine the ferociousness of a bear with the treacherousness of a flying bear. That game, Banjo Pilot. And what a deliverance Banjo Pilot is. Bears all around the world have come to the X-Play offices to let us know how happy they are with Banjo Pilot. They can barely contain their glee with this one. Kart-style racing games are nothing new, but they barely bothered to scratch the surface of what can be done. So adding planes seems a perfectly logical way to do things. I mean, who doesn't like flying bears? It's no secret what you get with Banjo Pilot. Power-ups, choice of races, and fun, silly characters doing fun, silly things. Though, why a bird needs to fly around in a plane is a mystery we can barely comprehend. Speaking of bears...
Yeah, I know. It was like having one of those tough days. Really tense right there,
Obviously, because we've seen it all in this blasé society we live in. You'll be able to unlock even more characters as you move through the game. Like the lovely and talented Humba Wumba. She's tough. She'll get knocked down, but she'll get up again. You're never gonna keep her down. Not even you, Mr. Bear. Let's talk tracks. There are not 14, not 15, but 16. Yes, 16 tracks for you to drive through. I can't bear all this excitement. And let's not forget the boss dogfights, which are just unbearable. Bear left, Banjo, bear left. It's also very exciting. It just makes you want to dance, dance, dance. Dance machine. Now, the game skews young. Real young. However, adults can enjoy it too, particularly adults with extended adolescence. You know the type. So, bears of the world, cherish this moment. A game like Banjo Pilot may never come around again. Banjo Pilot gets 3 picnic baskets out of 5.
Bad puns and Chumbawamba references. We're raising the bar, people.
Well, Banjo isn't really raising the bar either. It's a totally mediocre 3 out of 5. Not really something you'd want to buy, but possibly something you'd want to rent from Gamefly.com.
They have hundreds of games that you can rent or buy. That way, you can save money to buy Halo 2 and Resident Evil 4 for your permanent collection instead of blowing it on a game about a flying bear.
Actually, he didn't always fly. Banjo the Bear first appeared back in Diddy Kong Racer and then starred in 2 platformers on the N64.
But why the developers named the bear Banjo? Still a mystery.
Well, he plays banjo. Also mysterious is why our next game is called Mr. Driller Drill Spirits. I mean, I get the Mr. Driller part, but drill spirits? What's so spiritual about drilling?
Well, find out when we review Mr. Driller Drill Spirits for the Nintendo DS.
Due to concerns about possible lewd content in the following review, it will be monitored by Telly, the FCC Standards and Practices Vol.
I'm gonna report you.
Mr. Driller. He makes a living by sticking it in and making a difference.
That's no good.
That's not all. He's got to go deep. Really get down there where few people can go.
No.
Such a little drill. So much drilling.
Hey, stop there.
The trick to Mr. Driller Drill Spirits is stamina. You got to keep drilling even as it gets harder. And harder.
You better watch out.
See, you got to remove these colored blocks so your little buddy just drills and all the connected blocks of the same color disappear. But you can't just drill everything in sight and be safe.
Hey, stop that.
See, these blocks no longer have support. I hate blue blocks. Also, continuous drilling is exhausting, and you can start to breathe heavy trying to get air. So, you have to pick up these capsules to fill your weakened lungs. Now, while many puzzle games want you to take your time and think things through, Mr. Driller is fast and furious. From the get-go, you're just gonna drill, and drill, and drill, and drill, and drill, and drill, and...
I'm gonna report you.
Oh, okay. The result is that the game isn't as intellectually stimulating as other puzzlers, nor is it terribly complex. It's more primal in its nature. Well, that's the mission mode. There's a couple of other modes, too. There's Pressure Driller, where someone is trying to drill you from behind while you're hard at drilling.
Oh, snap, that's not good.
And there's Time Attack, where you drill as fast as your little drill can be put into things. But Mission Mode is where the meat of the game is. You have to unlock other characters, like this strapping girl, who drills. And this doggy, who has his own style of drilling.
You keep that work up, I'm gonna stop you.
But that's it for the variety of Mr. Driller Drill Spirits. So, if you don't like the basic act of drilling with impunity, the relationship may tire quickly from the predictability and repetition. If this is your thing, then by all means, drill away. A 3 out of 5.
I'm gonna replace you with Paul McCartney on Thorazine.
Drilling makes the Standards and Practice Vol very nervous. His monocle almost popped out.
See, just when you thought the bear puns were as bad as it could get, we sunk lower.
How low will we sink during the rest of the show? 6 words, Battle Assault 3 featuring Gundam Seed.
If you don't think we're gonna make fun of that title, you just don't know us very well.
No, you don't.
Coming up, there are no words for this.
At GameFly, rent the hottest titles for Xbox, PS2, GameCube, and GBA. Games like NBA Street 3 and The Punisher, rated E to M. No due dates, no late fees, free delivery. Go to GameFly.com for your free trial. GameFly, the smartest way to rent games.
A cool blast from an air-conditioned store. One of life's simple pleasures. Milky Way, chocolate, caramel, nougat. One of life's simple pleasures.
Lieutenant Roland Sharp was searching for a killer.
Oh my God, you guys, come here.
He needed a witness.
They said they saw the whole thing.
What he got
Just told me this sweet thing is out on parole. Look at him, he's mine.
was 5 of them.
I now know the hottie rating of every ex-convict in the United States.
Now,
I don't think you understand what a serious business this is.
the only way to protect them
Nobody is trying to kill us.
Get out of this man right now! Go, go!
Maybe somebody is trying to kill us.
is to move in with them.
First rule, no cell phones. And nobody may leave the house without an escort. Are there any questions?
I have one. Are you always so uptight?
Yes. Set the pizza on the porch, place your hands behind your head.
Do you live here with all these girls?
Temporarily.
Dude, you're my new hero.
Imagine what that means to me.
This Friday,
We're tired of being cooped up.
You know the rules, nobody goes out after dark.
1, 2, 3.
take my hand and come
You
with
think
me.
he needs backup?
Oh, come on. Babysitting 5 cheerleaders? That sounds like a cakewalk.
He's laying down the law.
Come on. I should warn you. I know karate.
You better know something.
Calling in backup.
You girls are cheerleaders, huh? Back in my day? We brought it.
Yeah, that's old school.
And getting in touch
Sharp's got a date. We better do something about all this hair.
You girls thinking what I'm thinking?
with his feminine side.
A makeover!
Everybody. Revolution Studios presents
Where's your happy face?
This is my happy face.
a comedy
He who is without sin cast the first stone.
It slipped.
about igniting the spirit inside us all.
He's got a gun!
I want to go, sir.
Tommy Lee Jones and Cedric the Entertainer.
Let's get this party started.
Man of the house.
This torch represents the spirit and never can be extinguished.
Rated PG-13. Opens everywhere Friday.
Please give. Any amount helps. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan VonWebb.
Just a nibble. Welcome back to X-Play.
Now, I want to make one thing very clear to you people. It's our job to play hundreds of RPGs. Hundreds!
And you say, awesome, stop complaining and give me your job.
But what you don't realize is that after hundreds of hours of RPG gameplay, non-stop role-playing begins to take its toll.
People, this is serious. Deadly serious.
If you don't believe us, watch this.
We here at X-Play have endured many RPGs, from the good to the bad and the ugly. Oh God, turn it off. Years of horrifying conditioning to bad role-playing has led to a rare medical condition, RPG Radiculopathy. Real life and RPG mesh into a nightmarish world from which you can't escape, and sometimes you don't want to. We now turn to renowned fake German scientist, Morgan VonWebb. When playing the RPG, a patient will first notice a tingle here, in the back of the neck. But soon, the terror begins. The common symptoms can be recognized early. Common household tasks can transform into struggles between life and the death.
Egad, stupid toaster. I summon Intern.
You win.
As the infected patient builds a more powerful character, delusions of grandeur will corrupt the overconfident player.
You're not on the list.
Behold my celebrity.
You lose.
The final stage of this crippling disease is when the player loses touch with both reality and the RPG universe. This is when he will engage in battles with creatures that don't even exist.
Suck it!
Death to varmints. You lose again.
As you can see, the condition can lead to devastating consequences. So, if you are playing more than 200 hours a week of RPG, MMORPG, or, God forbid, live action RPG, stop and go play something else, like a card battle game.
Full house.
Oui. Gambling is for me.
That puppet gag was straight out of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Still better than your accent.
Second.
I don't want to die again.
Hi, Daddy.
Up next, Battle Assault 3 featuring Gundam Seed. Do I even want to know what Gundam Seed is?
Brought to you by Coca-Cola. Let's make it real.
Chris, is there any more Coke?
This is a tough one. Put in gear, let's go. But so is mastering the complexities of automatic transmission. Realizing when to use the putter. And find the right look for graduation. But maybe not as tough for me as for my dad.
Yeah, I got one right here.
But man, he's getting his own ice.
All stations, hostile tracking inbound.
Required 01 Charlie. Break target required 1 second.
Imagine simultaneously tracking over 100 enemy targets on land, sea, and in the air from thousands of miles away. It's the most powerful weapon system ever invented. It's called Aegis, and it's just one of the amazing technologies you'll find only in the United States Navy. Navy, accelerate your life. Log on to the Life Accelerator at Navy.com.
Hey, Angie, you going to the post office? Hey, Ted, you going to the post office?
Do I know you?
Anyone go to the post office? Jeff, Ronnie, Connie. Isn't anyone going to the post office?
Hey, Chuck. Can't go to the post office? Go to USPS.com.
From buying stamps to shipping packages, almost anything you do at the post office, you can do at USPS.com. It's how the U.S. Postal Service is working for you.
Hey, Steve. Lunch?
Thanks to our 555 deal, that's 3 pizzas for just $5 each. Everyone can get exactly what they want. It's changing the way people order pizza.
3 pizzas with whatever I want. If I want olive, I can order olive. If I want pineapple, I can order pineapple.
But you order 3 pepperoni.
I fear change.
Domino's 555 deal is back. Buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas and they're all just $5 each. Get the door. It's the 555 deal.
You found the G-spot. Icons is coming up next.
She has a secret. He has a secret. They all have a secret. Now we're blowing the lid off the best body-shaping, calorie-burning secret weapon in America with the million-selling Gazelle. And this once-in-a-lifetime special offer. You can burn total body calories, tone total body muscle with virtually no impact. Last year, Tony Little made TV history by offering the Gazelle's $14.95 30-day test drive. Call now and for just $14.95, test drive the Gazelle in your own home, not for 30 days, but for a full 60 days. But wait, this deal just got even better. Take advantage of this TV offer and shipping is free. Save almost $35 and get the Gazelle risk-free in your home for a full 60 days. Call now and your Elite will come with this Power Pistons Resistance Package that adjusts easily for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. Over 1 million happy customers can't be wrong. Once you try the Gazelle, you'll be just as crazy about it as they are. Don't miss out. Discover the secret to getting in shape with the Gazelle Elite. Call and get yours right now.
If you give them money, they will only spend it on food and shelter. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan VonWebb.
Well, food, shelter, and discounted copies of KOTOR.
Right. Welcome back to X-Play.
Gundam. Those of you who love it too much.
Those of you who are wondering, what the hell is Gundam? The next 20 seconds of exposition are for you.
Gundam is a classic anime series about giant robots waging wars in space.
And over time, it even spun off a bunch of crappy alternate universe Gundam stories, like Gundam Seed.
Yes, if you thought Gundam Seed was something only boy robots could make, you're wrong. But you think just like I do. Here's our review of Battle Assault 3 featuring Gundam Seed. Warriors, strap yourself into an armored mobile suit and save the universe from such otherworldly contraptions as a robot Rottweiler packing a Patriot missile battery.
Don't mess with me!
That's the promise of Battle Assault 3 featuring Gundam Seed, a game where giant mountains of metal, you guessed it, battle and assault each other. Your mission: defend a series of barren planets and suburban office parks against emotional teenage warriors clad in suits of robot armor. Robot suits which strangely are equipped with Tomahawk cruise missiles. But not radiators.
Ready? Go! Overheating!
Game characters and storyline are based on the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed anime TV series, which, if you haven't seen, you won't see here either.
No! Why do I have to suffer like this?
Not that you'll be missing a great deal of compelling dialogue, as the pubescent pilots are rarely capable of coherent thought anyway.
What? Why?
Even less clear is why a corporate mega conglomerate would build a cubicle farm in outer space to begin with, or why robots would want to fight over it.
Who's gonna clean this up?
Hey, that was the parking structure.
Ready? Go!
Each battle puts you in the driver's seat of a pre-selected Gundam, and you'll either send your opponents to the giant robot junkyard or waste a significant amount of taxpayer money trying. But before your itchy little trigger finger can start blasting hulking humanoids to smithereens, players new to the game might want to put down your joysticks and pick up the instruction manual.
No! Why do I have to suffer like this?
The game assumes a certain level of pilot experience, so if you've already mastered the fighting moves of other games, then get ready to rumble. But new players may find the game's lack of instruction daunting. Controls are kludgy and unresponsive, and advanced attacks may or may not do what you think they will.
What a mess!
Each machine carries an ultimate attack, which can potentially do a lot of damage, provided you can figure out how to trigger it.
Ultimate attack! Sorry! Checkmate! What?
Battle Assault 3 is flashy enough to make performing powerful moves exciting, and battles are mercifully short. But if you're not a dedicated fan of the Gundam universe, this game won't turn you into one. The game's huge number of robots blasting each other's brains out may appeal to the short attention span crowd. But clunky controls and a weak storyline send this attempt at Robot Rampage to the recycling bin. We give Battle Assault 3 featuring Gundam Seed a 2 out of 5.
No! Why do I have to suffer like this?
Please, don't leave us.
We promise we'll be right back, and we never break our promises. No. Except when we promised the Game 13 would be awesome.
Coming up, Vendetta Online, because you have nothing better to do.
Brought to you by Netscape Low-Cost Internet Service. Netscape, just what you need.
The Netscape Internet Service lets me choose if I want to have their unlimited access for just $9.95.
So does NetZero.
And Netscape lets me have Web Accelerator for free with their $9.95 plan. NetZero charges $14.95 for their service with Web Accelerator.
What do you get with NetZero? I'm a Netscape guy.
Right now, Netscape gives you free Web Accelerator to surf up to 5 times faster. NetZero charges $14.95. That's over 50% more. Get Netscape for $9.95. And if you sign up now, get a 1-month free trial.
RBK pumps, inflatable shoes for a custom fit.
All new on Speed Channel. Step into unique. Unique whips. Get inside the East Coast premier custom car shop.
This car is for show-off purposes only.
That's crazy.
It's not your everyday shop. This place is insane to work for. It's crazy.
Busta Rhymes, Carmelo Anthony.
I style my car from front to back.
Wyclef.
Should hire somebody else do the dance for it.
I'm a pain in the ass.
A car is just a car until it's unique. Unique whips. All new on Speed Channel.
Touch and play over 180 quick-fire microgames. WarioWare Touched. For Nintendo DS. Rated everyone.
You found the G-Spot. Icons is next.
Any money you send them is a tax write-off. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan VonWebb.
We're a charitable organization.
Yes, very good. Welcome back to X-Play.
In this age of cell phones, TVs, and the internet, is there anywhere for modern man to escape the constant interruptions of daily life?
Yeah, why, space, of course. Although if you go there without a spacesuit, the lack of pressure makes you explode. I consider that an interruption. Here's our review of a game set in space. Vendetta Online.
Space. Over the years, many people have felt that the answers to life's mysteries lie in the boundaries of space. I say, why look upwards towards the stars when we can look inwards towards space online games? And not just any game online. Vendetta Online. Yes, ever since the 60s, the world has dreamed of going into space. Online space.
We choose to play online spacefaring games, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Marilyn Monroe is a hot piece of
But is Vendetta Online also a hot piece of Let's unravel that little mystery. The first mystery revealed is that Vendetta Online is an unfinished project. Like Nick Lachey's marriage, there's much work to be done. The second mystery is that the game takes place in outer space. We've sailed this ship before, my friends. At first glance, as opposed to second or third glance, Vendetta Online is your typical run-of-the-miller. Play as one of the 3 playable factions and roam the galaxy. Roam if you want to. Roam around the world. And all this crazy excitement happens in the deep, deep bowels of outer space. If outer space really existed. It's time for another episode of X-Play Conspiracy Theory of the Week.
We never went to the moon. It was taped on a soundstage in the Nevada desert. Think I'm joking? Where are the stars, people? Where are the stars?
That was another episode of X-Play Conspiracy Theory of the Week. When we signed on to play Vendetta Online, there weren't a lot of people hanging out. We hear that peak hours can hold upwards of 100 players, but we just found a couple of stragglers. Don't worry, I took care of them. Take that, guy who spews negative trash on our message boards. Eat space dust, dude who writes daily blogs on Ashley Simpson's shopping habits. Chew on this lady who writes Gilmore Girls fan fiction on the net. I feel so much better now. And you'll feel better too knowing that Vendetta Online is Twitch-based. No, that doesn't mean you'll form a drug habit and hang out with Lindsay Lohan. What that means is your ability to fly the ships is based on your ability to fly the ships. While all this sounds pretty much like same old, we believe that there is promise in Vendetta Online. Like a young Vin Diesel, there's a lot of untapped potential here. I don't even know what that means. So for that reason, and that reason only, we give Vendetta Online a 3 out of 5.
Marilyn Monroe is a hot piece of
And we have just enough time for viewer mail.
Today's viewer mail is from Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
She writes, you should do a few N-Gage reviews. Us N-Gage gamers have a very select number of games to play, and it would be nice to know your opinion. Kelly seems so nice.
She seems nice.
Yes.
Little misguided. We appreciate your question.
Yeah.
If you purchase an N-Gage, you are beyond our help.
I mean, the N-Gage wasn't exactly a popular gaming platform. By all accounts, not a lot of people bought it, so that's why we're not doing so many of those reviews. But we did like the Splinter Cell game. That was the best
we like the Splinter Cell game, and when you hold it up to your ear, it's like you're holding a taco.
And you could eat it if you're hungry.
Yes. Try an abacus.
G4 Sports presents the Winter Extreme Special. Head to the slopes of Aspen for the X Games. Rock the crowd with supergroup Ozo Motley. And get up close and personal with teenage snowboard sensation Shaun White.
I just really want to come into this contest with some vengeance for the halfpipe.
Catch all the X Games action on the Winter Extreme Special, Sunday, March 6th at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Brought to you by T-Mobile.